Hello, everyone, and welcome to the series analysis episode of the Seattle Baseline Podcast. My name is Julian Smith, and I'm with Alex Hong. Alex, the four Mariners that went to the All-Star game are all coming back from Atlanta after the super awesome All-Star game. Kyle Schwarber hits 3 home runs in a row after the American League ties it with the National League. And in the ninth inning, it was a super awesome game. Alex, how'd you feel about this game?
Yeah, Julian, that All-Star game was a crazy one. I mean, the game literally went to extra. We had a mini home run derby in this game. I mean, that was really cool to watch. So the NL does take it. So I guess for the Mariners, their division or their league didn't win, but I mean, looking at the Mariners' perspective, Brian Wu, he played really well. He went three up, three down, so really good for him. Um, Cal Raleigh, he's got the automated ball strike system, challenge system down, locked and loaded. Whenever the MLB gets that on, in the majors, he's got it. I mean, he was really good in spring training on that, and I guess in in the All-Star game, he's good at it as well. So he really knows his zone. So good for him. He also had a nice base hit, almost had another one, but yeah, for Cal Raleigh, he played really well, so it was good for to see him do his thing out there. Um, and yeah, I mean Randy played pretty decently too. I mean his stats don't show it, but he did hit the ball hard a few times. And then Munoz, he got it down in that one inning he pitched. So overall for the Mariners, I mean, two of the Mariners, like Cal and Randy, I believe that was their first All-Star game ever hitting, so at least for the Mariners. So this is a good experience and it was probably a lot of fun for them. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So Randy's coming off of this super amazing wave of hits and home runs in the last week, and he goes to the All-Star game, almost hits a home run. I really wanted to see that home run. I was looking at the screen. Randy hits the ball super hard. It goes up in the air. It goes this general direction. You can kind of feel a home run when you're seeing it on a screen. This is like that general upwards trajectory direction that you see a home run go. Randy hits it like that, but it ends up being a tiny bit short. I really wish he hit it, but it's too bad. But honestly, that's where I think you said that the stats don't show it, but Randy actually did play well. Cal actually did play well. These players played really well. And speaking of playing really well, the Mariners need to play well against the Houston Astros, a team that's in their division, in the American League West division, leading by 5 games. The Mariners need to go out and secure at least a series victory here. Alex, how do you feel about the Astros hitting?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, with this is a very important series, like you said, and the reason why is because the Mariners get to control the Astros' wins and losses. The Mariners in general are only in control of their wins and losses, and the Astros, they get to play them, so they're actually in control of their wins and losses as well. So this is a really big deal and a big series if they do want to come back and try to catch up in that division, like you said. So the Astros actually have not been playing with their best player, Yordan Alvarez, all season, basically. He's been out since like the early month of May. So he hasn't been a factor. But surprisingly, the Astros, ever since been gone, they've been winning. They've been winning a lot. I mean, the Mariners were winning the division at some point earlier this year, but now the Astros have completely eclipsed them. So the Astros seem to have no problem. And one of the reasons why is because one of their rookies, Cam Smith, he's been playing really well. I mean, he's probably one of the top contenders for Rookie of the Year. Other hitters, Jeremy Pena, he was also at the All-Star game. He's really good. Isag Paredes, they got him in a trade, and he's been really good too this year. So, and Altuve, he's still doing his thing. They have a lot of good players, these Astros, and they're able to hit the ball well. So this is a team that offensively can do its thing, even without their one of their superstars. They seem to be not having too much of a problem with that. So this isn't like one of the best offenses in the league, but this is overall still a pretty good offense the Mariners do have to watch out for. I mean, our pitching definitely has to go and play pretty well. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I mean, this is a team that I thought was going to be not as good as last year because obviously you've got Alex Bregman coming out of into the what's it called, uh the pool of players at the end of the season last year that tried to go sign for another contract. He was a free agent. That's the term. Oh my gosh, free agent. There we go. Um, Alex Bregman's a free agent. You've got Kyle Tucker, who was traded to the Cubs, and you get this rookie guy named Cam Smith, who turns out to be your best player in the entire lineup. It's like, what happened? I thought this team wasn't going to be as good as it is now. And then not here they are sitting at the top of the division again. But yeah, the Astros have played off of their pitching this year. Framber Valdez and Hunter Brown have been really good on the pitching side for them, but it's all been their offense. And so, for the Mariners' perspective on combating this offense, the pitching needs to get swing and miss. The pitching needs to prevent the Astros from hitting hard hit anything. Not even ground ball, not even fly ball. You cannot let the Astros hit anything hard at any of our holes, basically. And so our pitching needs to lock it down, strike out more batters. Just the way that Brian Wu does it, the way that Luis Castillo's been, well, actually Luis Castillo has let up a lot of hard hit to fielders. He's gotten a lot of outs that way. But overall, the Mariners need to control the tempo of the game, need to make sure that the outfielders are running. If anything's hit hard, the outfielders need to be running and catching that ball, because as soon as somebody gets on base, the next guy that's in the lineup is probably good enough to get that guy to the next base. And then now you've got another guy coming up who's maybe going to hit a home run. Who knows? And so the Astros are really good that way. They have threats in almost their entire lineup. A team that we thought wasn't going to be as good, their guy that just got promoted from the minor leagues is now basically their rookie of the year. So the Astros are a really big threat to us. What do you think of the Astros pitching in terms of the Mariners pitching needs to hold down a very good Astros offense? Alex, how do you feel about the Astros pitching?
Well, for one thing, we're not against Hunter Brown, who has actually been their best pitcher this season, so that's a good thing. So in the first game, so the Mariners actually haven't released their pitchers for the upcoming series at the time of this recording, but the Astros have, so we do know who we're up against. In the first game, we're against Brandon Walter, who is actually a he's kind of like he doesn't really play that much. He hasn't really played that much in the last few years, so I'm not really worried about him. Lance McCullers into the second game. He's been a long time threat to the Mariners. He's been dominating the Mariners for years, but this year he actually hasn't been playing too well. He has a 6.48 ERA, so he's actually been really struggling out there. So this is a big change from what the Mariners are usually used to. Usually the Mariners go against McCullers and McCullers is dominating them. So this hopefully will be a nice change to that. In the final game, we're against Framber Valdez, who has been one of their best pitchers this season. So he's obviously a big threat that we have to look out for. So overall, in regards to the Astros pitching, we're not against too many of their biggest threats. We're only against one of their best pitchers, so that's a good thing. But yeah, so the pitching matchups I think should be very manageable. They're not going to be crazy hard, but so yeah, I mean, I think the Mariners have been playing pretty well even against good pitching. Like usually the Mariners in the past years do really bad against high ERA pitchers and do really good against low ERA pitchers, and it kind of has been the case this season as well. But objectively speaking, I feel like we should be able to do well against the first two pitchers that the Astros are throwing out there because they're either very inexperienced or they haven't been playing well this season at all. So that'll be key there. The Mariners, though, that offense has to play well. I mean, they have to get hits. So, do you have any ideas or players that especially need to play well against those pitchers I had just mentioned?
Yeah. One of them is Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh needs to continue his onslaught on the ball, just absolutely demolishing anything he sees in the zone. And I think Randy Rosarena also. He's been playing good for the past few weeks. He's actually been one of the best players in the league in the last few weeks. He's earned his all-star caliber season. And I hope that Randy Rosarena can continue, at least, even if he doesn't hit bombs, still get on base. He, something to make him useful as a batter. I think that's something that Randy Rosarena needs to do. And that's something that Randy Rosarena has been doing. And that's I think it's a manageable thing for Randy Rosarena to think about.
Hmm.
And so that's where I think Randy Rosarena is. He is, even if he's not hitting the ball incredibly hard and hitting the home run, he's still valuable in some way. Speed, getting on base, something. Julio Rodriguez, another guy from the top four of the lineup. Julio Rodriguez had three amazing games against the Detroit Tigers. That's probably one of the reasons why we won that series. Keep on doing it. And I'm not saying you've got to hit a home run every single game. That's probably unless something insane happens, that's not happening for you to hit a home run literally every single game. That's
Yeah,
better
that'd be
than
crazy.
that's twice the best season in all of baseball. Maybe like three or four times the best season in all of baseball. So I don't expect that, but I do expect Julio to hit the ball hard, get doubles, get singles, steal more bases, be productive in a way that the superstar player does. And I think we saw a shadow of that in the Tigers series. I'm really excited for Julio.
Yeah, I agree. Julio definitely needs to turn around and hopefully he can get things rolling because Julio has that 1 month of every season where he seems to be one of the best players in the league. So hopefully it's coming soon because we're definitely going to need it against some of the teams we're against. But yeah, overall, I want the Mariners, I want Andres Munoz to be closing the game, not Josh Hader from the Astros to be closing the game. So hopefully the Mariners can get it done and could win at least 2 out of 3. That would be the goal.
Yeah. The Mariners so far have been a really inconsistent team. They've looked amazing at times and they haven't looked the best at sometimes. Literally, last week was a great example of that. You get swept by the Yankees and then you sweep the Detroit Tigers. How inconsistent is that? But you see a glimpse of the Mariners playing really well. And I think the Mariners coming off the All Star game where they played really well, they're starting to build up some momentum. They beat the Tigers. They played well in the All Star game. Momentum's there. Keep it going. Get more hits. Get more runs, and win the game. That's it. Or do you have anything to say?
Nope, that's it.
All right, sounds good. Hey, thank you everyone for watching. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our beautiful faces on YouTube. Check out our Instagram. We post some awesome short content stuff on there. And as always, go Mariners.
Go Mariners.